Hi Garden Pals, it's August 2nd. Just kidding, it's August 5th. It's a Wednesday. I came out here in the afternoon because it was just so beautiful today. It's in the low 70s, and I'm really just out here to kind of take stock a bit and also to pick some kale that we're gonna give away. So I got lots of interesting tomato updates in a sense. These are Romas. I don't know why they're lumpy. I have no idea. I think I trimmed this one back a bit too much. I shouldn't have really trimmed it at all, apparently. But we've got some lumpy Romas coming. I'm not sure, honestly, what these are here. We had labels for some of them, but once you start getting out here, everything kind of gets crazy. But what I do know is we have pear-shaped tomatoes and we have the green sausage. So those at least look pretty different, and we're also going to have yellow tomatoes. So this monstrous creature, I don't know if you can see from the pole to the other pole, this is a red pear. It's growing really well. I've just kind of got it tied up around a swirly thing and then tied onto stakes otherwise. This is the green pear. So even though you can kind of see these are green, but they're not ripe yet. They're still young green. This one is a really viney one, so I decided to just wrap it all the way up around the thing because it doesn't seem to grow much of a thick base. Let's see. Again, not sure what we have here, but there's a little bit of like rot sort of in the middle. I don't know if you can see with the light. It's kind of yellow. I think a lot of our tomatoes had that at the beginning, but they're looking a lot better now. Maybe I trimmed off the bottom ones. I'm not really sure, but we've got lots of little tomatoes coming in here. I think these, actually I do have a label. These are called Better Boy. It's a pretty sad label at this point. Next year we're gonna come up with something better. Better Boy. There you go. And then here's another kind of full-size tomato tree. They're about 4.5 feet tall. I think they can grow pretty high if you have them staked enough, but I don't know that we do. Here's another red pear. It's had some red tomatoes, but for whatever reason they fell off. So that's not great. I'm not sure if it's some problem like with blight. So you can see it's kind of yellow and brown. If it's dying off a bit, or if it's just that they're kind of tender. Here's another interesting one. It's really small. It's only like 2 feet tall. It hasn't grown any taller. So I don't know what this one's doing. This might be the yellow tomatoes, just because they look a little bit like the green pear. The way that they're ripening a little different, but we'll see. And here's our big boy. He's about the size of my fist. We're very proud of him. Hopefully it doesn't crack. Hopefully it stays happy. Otherwise, yeah, We don't have any tomatoes worth picking yet, but some of them are getting close. We've got our little basils here. We've been picking off them pretty regularly, and they come back nice. And then, so we were last here on Saturday, and there was just a ton of blossoms on the zucchini and the squash, and so Erin took a bunch of them. But today, only 4 days later, we've got some perfectly sized squash here. So there's one that's a little small, but oh my goodness. If we come back in 4 days, it's going to be huge. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm picking that one. There's not really much on the zucchini for whatever reason. Maybe too many blossoms got picked, but there is one little guy. Oh, that's no good though. Well, so much for that then. But the plant looks healthy, and it does seem to be, it's got some blossoms, so we'll see. Maybe those will come out with a plant, come out with a little zook. Here's our kale. I'm going to be picking a bunch of this today. And we did some fertilizer. We hadn't done fertilizer in a while, and I think it's pretty clear they needed it. They've really exploded since then, so that's exciting. Really, the rest of the garden, there's nothing growing in this little patch. We just put a bunch of weeds there to kind of mulch it. We still got kale and chard growing here, and we pulled all the carrots, so there's nothing there either. And we've got this beautiful little wildflower, which I'm very excited about having in our garden. And my very slow marigold, which it's going to be big, and that's exciting, but I never start them early enough. I think I do, and then I don't. So either next year, or maybe I'll just buy marigolds. Maybe that would be easier, assuming we're not in a pandemic in March of next year. Yeah, so that's the garden. You can see our neighbors have some really beautiful tomato setups. They seem to do really well with pruning theirs. I'm doing okay. I'm letting our plants get huge. So we'll see. We'll see whose tactic makes more sense. All right, friends. I hope that you have a beautiful day.